Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is set to undergo a hernia operation in hospital on Sunday night. While he's under anasthesia, Deputy Prime Minister Yariv Levin is going to take on his duties. We're going to bring in Hamdah Salhut. She's in occupied East Jerusalem for us. Netanyahu obviously has been at the forefront of the war in Gaza. This is perhaps a point at which he will be taken out involuntarily of the situation because he will be fully sedated, I understand, during this.
The Israeli Prime Minister's office releasing a statement saying that during a routine medical check, doctors discovered that the Israeli Prime Minister had a hernia for which he will undergo surgery on Sunday evening after a meeting with Israel's war cabinet. In the meantime, though, Israel's Justice Minister Yariv Levin will step in his place. It's not known for exactly how long the Israeli Prime Minister will not be present for. Additionally, it comes on the heels of demonstrations that are expected outside of the Israeli Knesset, not just tonight, but over the next 3 days, trying to protest against the government, calling for the Israeli Prime Minister to be removed, calling for new elections. And there's going to be a lot of members of Israel's opposition who are present, including the opposition leader himself, Yair Lapid, speaking out against Netanyahu and his policies. So a lot unfolding within the Israeli political landscape this Sunday.
Hamdah, let's talk about these strikes that have been happening at the Al-Aqsa hospital and the tents that have been housing displaced Palestinians and journalists as well. What's the Israeli response to that?
The Israeli army releasing a statement saying that after, quote, a lengthy procedure, there was a precise and targeted attack on what they're calling a Palestinian Islamic Jihad command center in the Al-Aqsa hospital compound. Now, as we've heard from sources on the ground, from our own journalists at Jazeera there, this was a tent for journalists. We know that 2 Palestinians there were killed, around a dozen others who are injured, and among them are journalists. The Israeli military has routinely accused Palestinians of being members of either Hamas or Palestinian Islamic Jihad, specifically journalists, and carried out attacks on them. This is not the first time we've seen this from the Israeli army, and oftentimes when they say they have this sort of intelligence about command centers, we've never seen that. And in this incident specifically, they said that there was a Palestinian Islamic Jihad command center and operatives in this tent. But what we're hearing from journalists and sources on the ground is that that was not the case.
Hamdah, thank you very much indeed. Hamdah Salhut talking to us from Tel Aviv there.